What's going on out there, world? This is Javon coming to you live from the A. And I just wanted to offer a perspective on everything that's going on in the world, but we'll start with America, right? And if you can't tell by my eyes, I'm a little faded. So I hope this still comes out with just words. Excuse me. Given my perspective on everything that's been going on right now, man, from the whole kneeling shit in support of what's going on with police brutality in America, Black Lives Matter, and just Trump just wilding. And motherfuckers actually responding to that shit. Because does anyone else feel like we're all being played and that this shit is just too easy? You know? Like, if this was a movie, if we were all watching this shit, how would you think of the people reacting in response to everything that Trump says and does? You would have to think like, damn, somebody must really, or Trump himself, whichever is in control actually, somebody must really got this shit like scripted out. Like, it's because it's just too fucking easy. It's just too fucking easy at this point. You know, he said some shit about the players in the NFL taking a knee. Motherfuckers go crazy, especially black folk. Man, you niggas. Eminem makes a diss to Donald Trump at the BET cipher, and it's really a more so a bigger deal because Eminem's white and he's going after Donald Trump, who's white. You see what I mean? And it's just funny. You know what I mean? And then too, like that cipher, he really either he could have done better or not talked about it because that shit was trash. Just me personally, that shit was trash. But fucking. But that's kind of the point, in a sense. Like, it's so funny because they know exactly how to make you motherfuckers respond or feel some kind of way or whatever. Especially black folk. Like, excuse me. Especially black folk. Like, it don't make no sense how easily black folk would just be just so up in arms. And I mean, like, the collective of black folk. You know, those who speak for black folk, I guess. You know what I mean? Not necessarily us as a whole, because obviously some of us got some sense, but just not all of us. So, but that's beside the point. But really, all in all, you got to think for a second. You know, I mean, and we all, you know, we all respond, we all react, but after we get the emotion out, we can look back over and say, wow, wait, hold on. This seems to be happening a little too easily, too predictably, too just like, you know, like it was motherfucking planned. Like it's just too easy now. And the problem is the problem has been existing for such a long time. It's hard to remedy. How do you solve a problem that has been going on since before you were born? Since before your motherfucking grandparents was born. You see what I'm saying? And really a problem that's been here before slavery. Before the enslavement of the indigenous aborigines on this continent and everywhere else. When they were sending the Africans to South America and the Caribbeans, and then when they, you know, brought them few folks over here, and just enslavement of a whole people and problems that were going on even before slavery. You know what I mean? But for some reason, that's just where history starts in America. I just can't stand that shit. But so the problem is much bigger than us, but yet the problem is the solution. I'll explain that in another video. But the problem is the solution. And with this problem, that is more so now in your face. It's being presented to you in your face now that Trump is in office. Trump isn't the problem. The problem is that we've been deliberately ignoring the problem for so many years. So now it takes this orange motherfucker to actually aggravate most people into doing something, but yet you'll still end up being mad about the wrong things. So it just completely defeats the fucking purpose. The problem is not Trump. The problem is our ancestors don't know about money. That's the problem, is that we don't know about no motherfucking money. You see what I'm saying? Because I bet you can go up to any motherfucker, any random motherfucker. I'll say 7.5, 8 out of 10 people don't know what the Federal Reserve is. And if you don't know what the Federal Reserve is, then literally you cannot talk to me about money. We cannot have a conversation about money. Like, for real. Like, I don't want to hear your budget scheme. I don't want to hear you trying to start no business. I don't want to hear none of that shit. If you don't know what the Federal Reserve is and how they motherfucking operate, and what the IMF is, and who the IMF are, and who's on the chair of the Federal Reserve, we can't have no motherfucking talk about money, because you don't even know the very essential basics. And I ain't talking about balancing the checkbook, budgeting, liabilities, expenses to income, and all. I'm not even talking about that shit. I'm talking about debt, debt, and wealth. I'm talking about the difference between money and currency. If you don't know the difference between money and currency, we're not even talking about money. But the problem stems from, really, and think about this, the problem stems from us as black folk not knowing about no damn money. Because if you don't know about money, you don't know where that money is coming from. People work all day and night for this motherfucking shit, for this green slip of paper that actually is not even worth anything, but the promise that we'll do something for it. Whereas real money is a store of value. Money that is a store of value will always be worth something later. 100 years ago, this green paper was worth way fucking more. $1 was probably worth about goddamn $50. Back then, $1 back then was worth about $50 today. I guarantee you. Think about that. Inflation. Most motherfuckers don't even know about that shit. So that's really where the problem stems from. Trump is just the alarm trying to get everybody to wake up. And until we see it like that, we really can't do anything but fuel the fires even more.